Therapy Thursday is where we jump in with any kind of question. We always feel that it's better to talk it out sometimes if it's silly or if it's serious. We can handle it, Dr. Davi.
Let's do it.
All right, Meredith MD.
Hello.
Orlando BGYN is here for your queries. All right, 888-429-0941. We have out of the 941 Freak Show. My son got into a fight at the park on Monday. He came home with a bloody lip that looked a lot worse than it was, but wouldn't give us any information other than he got into a fight. I took him back to handle it and found out that it was a girl at the park. I wasn't ready for that twist. We left. His mama's going to handle it now.
Oh, damn.
What was I supposed to do?
I think we need to make sure that our boy can fight, right? In general, I think that's an important part of this.
Yeah.
Craig.
You can't let somebody step up to you like that.
Use D.
Yeah, male or female.
You're not supposed to take them back, though, because, like, once you leave the fight should be over. It shouldn't be like, I'm going to go get somebody and I'll be back. That's how things escalate. So I think Dad was wrong for that. Like, once the fight's over, you get in a fight at the park, you leave the park, that fight is supposed to be dead.
Parents
What if you go in to get a big brother?
That's not the move you're supposed to make, because then that's how guns get involved.
Yeah.
That's how things escalate. If you got beat up by a girl, I see why you wanted to leave the park. Don't go back. Matter of fact, don't go to that park no more.
You can't go to the park.
You got beat up by a girl.
If you're the dad, you're saying okay, your son walks in, got bloodied up.
Yeah.
And you like, boy, what happened? He said, I got in a fight.
Right. He didn't get jumped. He didn't get beat up by a group of people.
I got in a fight.
And you lost.
Yeah.
Right.
We gotta work on your hands.
Yeah.
So you're not taking him back?
No.
You're not going to talk to any parents?
No. Probably.
I'm going to enroll you in Taekwondo or something like that.
Would you go?
Jiu-jitsu.
Would if your kid popped in with a bloody anything? Are you going to talk to some parents, or are you going to leave it on the field like Davi?
I do some investigation. Like, I don't think I would go back to the park. That's not really something that I would personally do.
As long as it wasn't somebody like older, somebody picking on you. If this was a mutually agreed upon battle and you lost that battle, you live the battle another day. You don't go
That's
back.
true.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going back to the park.
This one's also about a kid. It says, my son got ripped off buying a car. The car he bought was good, but the deal he made was awful. They got over on him on his trade-in, and they approved him for a lot more than he can really afford. I want to go up there and make them do right by him, but he's 23, and I also feel like if I go save him, he won't learn from this.
I don't know if there's anything you can do about that. He already signed the paperwork.
You can't do nothing on that.
Yeah, I mean, you can just call or talk to the manager. It sounds like being a Karen, but I mean, just to find out what really happened.
Talk to the manager.
Yeah, because obviously he doesn't know what happened. So, I mean, you got to talk to the salesperson or whatever if you want to help out. But it sounds like you just got.
There's no like 3-day thing where you can bring this car back or something
there
like
is
that.
There's like a lemon law that whatever.
That's for new cars only.
Is that?
That's for new cars. Nope, it's not, because I went through that. It's not for used cars.
When you flooded your car?
No, that's a different. Thank you very much.
That's a different lemon
Meredith
law.
like to ride through the puddles sometimes. I know my mom got taken by she had a lease, and my dad had it set up for her, and after he passed, she went to the dealer who was his guy.
Yeah.
And they got over on her major. And because me and my nephew started calling, and then I had to throw out there, hey, I work for CBS Radio. I had to leave him some emails with CBS Radio.
Yeah.
It was like, we're the same CBS who has CBS News in Chicago. And I could easily, and I started trying to float that out there. And they let her come back and undo the deal after like a week.
She's lucky.
So I'm saying they don't have to do those things. You have to really get nasty to try and get that done. But they don't. They're going to look at it like he was a 23-year-old kid that wasn't taken advantage of, and you got screwed. So now you just got to either help him out of it or whatever. But going back, talking to the manager, I don't think that's going to get you any help.
I mean, do what you can.
This says every car has a 7-day return policy in the state of Florida.
You better get your ass over there then.
Get over
Hopefully
there
it
now. Don't
hasn't
waste
been.
your days.
Yeah.
There you go. You wrote us.
That's good to
You
know.
better go get out there. You got a couple more days left. All right. Let's see here.
I have one. It says, I'm single and the dating world is extremely difficult nowadays. There's a guy that I've been crushing on. I would like to take the next step, but I'm not sure how to approach it. What advice would you guys give me to help shoot my shot? What would get you guys interested?
Oh, that's so hard.
I'd say go for it. You don't wait for him to make plans or initiate it. I say it's 2023. Women go for what they want oftentimes. And as a dude, I would honestly find that flattering.
What's the method, though? I think she's looking
Hey,
for.
do you want to go out and have a drink sometime or get some food or go do X, Y, and Z?
Just an invite.
Throw it in the air that let him know that you're interested in hanging out. I want to see you.
I'd say start talking about restaurants or something that's going on and then be like, oh, I like this. And then go from there and see if you guys can make a date like that.
If it depends on how you met him, because, I mean, did they say?
Nope.
Okay, because if it's like an app and you got some kind of information about him, find some common area and then, like, make kind of an invite that way. Like, hey, I saw you like, and I like, you want to go check it out together? Something like that.
Be prepared to hear no and that they're not interested and be okay with that. Set yourself up for a little bit of heartbreak there. That way you're not going to hurt so bad.
And you know what? It'll be easier to shoot your next shot. If he says no for whatever reason, there's going to be somebody else, and it's going to be easier for you. You're going to have less like apprehension to be, forthwith and wanting to make it happen.
And the best advice is that no won't kill you.
Right.
No,
So if
yeah.
that's the best thing you
Life
should know.
lesson.
Facts.
If you get a no, it ain't gonna kill you. Because I remember Jamie, God bless. I remember Jamie Foxx said this. He said, "You ask 100 people, people concentrate on the 70 people who said no, but the 30 people who said yes, you living.
Yes.
So don't worry about the no, man. And come on, Jamie. I just
know,
remembered that thing. I'm like, come on, man. I have been with my boyfriend for 10 years. We have a 4-year-old son. Every time I raise my voice a little bit for our child for something that he's not doing right, my boyfriend seems to get in my face like I'm the one who's doing something wrong, like I'm the child that did something wrong. It's starting to be a lot, and we start to fight a lot more about it. What can I do with this situation?
Okay, so you don't want to check your significant other when they're trying to reprimand the kid, because then the kid's getting mixed signals, and then maybe they're not going to necessarily listen to the mom or the dad. You want to make sure you're on the same page. It's okay to not always agree about how to handle the kids. I would say you both need to have a conversation about how you're going to handle things in the future. And if you don't like how I'm raising my voice or my tone or anything like that, give me a signal, look at me or something like that, but don't do that in front of my kid.
I don't even like the signal or the look. Like, just wait until we get on our own.
That's what exactly. Talk about it.
Don't do it in front of, like, we supposed to be a team.
Right, exactly.
That should be the conversation. When he goes to bed and then you get in bed with him, you're like, listen here. We need to be a team. I take care of you. You take care of me. That little hellion out there is extra. It's us against him. So don't be like getting mad at me because I get loud. You get loud. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we should be able to get loud.
And also, I feel like that's healthy if you can actually have a healthy argument, if there is such a thing. I mean, people do yell. People will get upset. Your voice is going to be raised, and that's okay for a child to see as long as you do it in a respectful manner.
Absolutely.
Don't check your partner,
Don't
though.
check
That's
me,
not
though.
good.
Don't,
No.
Listen, you got one more time
Right.
to check me, and you got some crunchy arsenic in your tuna
Oh,
steak.
damn.
Oh my God.
Let him know. I can take you out.
Out the 813, it says, my girlfriend keeps having falling outs with people. We've been together about 9 months, and she has lost a lot of friends in the meantime. Is this a red flag, or am I looking too deep into this?
No.
Yeah.
That's a red flag.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a big
red flag. That's a red flag. You ain't got no friends left.
Yeah.
Right.
There are people out there that don't have any friends, though. Not even like
or
a
that
one.
oftentimes have fallen outs with acquaintances. Like, I've never had a falling out with any of my boys, ever, not once. And I know a lot of people, mostly girls, that
How dare you, sir?
It's very
that
true.
go through friends like underwear.
Yeah, and the thing is, you got to let them
Wow.
go, and you have no problem with them. That's most of the people who I know who have somebody come home with a problem. They now vote you to be on their side, and we got a problem with them.
Yeah.
It's like you can't continue being somebody's friend because your partner is now not checking for them.
If that's your significant other, I would definitely talk to them about it.
And
Like,
say
why are
you
you
look-
losing?
you might be the problem.
So right, maybe not those words, but let's figure out. Let's pinpoint 3 issues that happen with 3 different friends quickly, and then assess it, and then maybe they will see that it's them, and then if not, then yeah, you got to be blunt.
Right, let's squeeze one more in.
I'm running into an issue with our wedding planning. My rule of thumb is that if we haven't talked in a year or 2, you're not invited. A wedding is a very intimate occasion and should only be for people that matter to us. However, he wants to invite the neighbors and the neighbors' kids and so on and so on. How can we compromise? The cost is adding up and he is not seeing it at all.
I would say to make your list in tiers, essential, and then pick some people depending on your numbers, how many people you got left. If you're trying to do 100 people and you got 60 essentials, now you got 40 slots that you want to fill with people who have to have some sort of equity. You got to have some sort of return, like whether it's, hey, this is my boss. This will help me at my job. Let me make sure I bring them. Like, this is our neighbor that we borrow a lot of stuff for, and I think we owe him that. Like, like you sit down there and work out your list. Don't just be like, everybody get to come, because that neighbor ain't bringing their kids.
Right.
And all this other stuff. Like, like sit down together and say, hey, we got 30 wiggle room spaces. Who's the essentials that are outside of our real group?
Sure.
Yeah, I agree. I think starts with a limit, a hard limit that you guys both agree we're not going past this number. If it's 100, if it's 80, if it's 2, whatever that number is, and then start working backwards.
Yeah.
Like you said, these 50 people, there's no debate about it. Now we got to fill up the rest of it.
And honestly, the most rewarding, I will tell you this, and I mean, I haven't done a lot of weddings, but when I did mine and I was at like 150 and I needed to get down to 120.
Ooh.
Let me tell you, it was the most joyous thing ever. It's an enjoyable thing to assess who doesn't need to. You vote them off the island like Survivor. It's like, listen, this dude, I haven't talked to him in a while. This person, he don't give good gifts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you whittle down the group, and it makes you feel better because you know it's $125, $130 a plate.
Yeah, it is, or more.
And you seeing
Or
how
more.
many? Yeah, hell no.
It's a lot.
Hell no. Vote them off the island like Survivor.
Or you could also think about who you're going to be friends with or involved with in 5-10 years. If you don't see them, then scratch them off the list.
Or if you were in their wedding.
Oh, then you have to invite them.
You gotta
That
invite
sucks.
That's part of that thing, too. You got to boomerang that thing back. All right, man. Therapy Thursday is a wrap. Hooked up by Demesman and Dover.